Be me, 27-year-old female, work as social worker at community center. Always considered myself progressive and against objectification of people. Spent years criticizing how society objectifies women's bodies. Women are more than just sexual objects for male pleasure. Completely blind to how society objectifies men in different ways. Start noticing patterns in how women around me treat men. Female friends constantly complaining about boyfriends not providing enough. He should pay for dinner, I'm worth it. Real men take care of their women financially. Viewing men primarily as sources of financial security and status. Never considering what men get in return for constant providing. Attend dinner party where women discuss their relationships. Listen to friends rate boyfriends based on income and spending. Mine bought me diamond earrings for anniversary. Yours only got you flowers? That's so cheap. Treating men like competing credit cards rather than romantic partners. No discussion of emotional connection or personal compatibility. Watch female coworkers interact with male maintenance staff. Treat them like invisible service providers rather than people. Never say thank you, learn their names, or acknowledge their humanity. Can you fix this? Demanded without basic courtesy. Same women are friendly and chatty with female cleaning staff. Clear distinction between how they treat male versus female workers. Notice how women discuss men's value in purely functional terms. He's handy around the house, good with kids and makes decent money, reliable and doesn't cause drama. Describing human beings like household appliances with useful features. No mention of men's dreams, fears, emotions, or inner lives. Observe family dynamics at holiday gathering. Watch female relatives assign tasks to male family members. Uncle Mike can move the heavy furniture. Dad will grill the meat and fix the broken gate. Men expected to perform physical labor while women socialize. No consideration for their preferences or desire to relax. Attend wedding, where traditional gender roles are celebrated. Groom expected to pay for entire expensive ceremony. Bride's family contributes nothing but expects lavish celebration. It's the man's responsibility to provide for his woman. Groom works overtime for months to afford dream wedding, while bride enjoys being center of attention without financial stress. Watch how women react to men losing jobs or facing financial hardship. Immediate loss of romantic interest when man can't provide. I can't date someone who can't take care of me. What kind of man loses his job? Treating unemployment as personal moral failing rather than economic reality. Same women demand equality in workplace while expecting male financial support. Notice how dating apps reinforce objectification of men. Women's profiles list requirements for height, income, car ownership. Must be over 6 feet and financially stable. No broke guys or anyone living with parents. Reducing men to checklist of material qualifications. Physical and financial attributes matter more than personality. Observe how women use men for emotional support without reciprocation. Female friends vent to male friends for hours about relationship problems. Expect endless patience and advice without offering support in return. He's such a good listener means useful emotional dumping ground. When men try sharing their problems, quickly change subject. Emotional labor flows one direction only. Watch how women react to male vulnerability in social situations. Man opens up about depression or anxiety. Women become uncomfortable and offer quick dismissive solutions. Just think positive or hit the gym more. Same women spend hours processing identical female emotions. Male feelings seen as inconvenience rather than human experience. Attend self-defense class where instructor discusses personal safety. Entire focus on men as potential threats to female security. Women encouraged to view all men as dangerous predators. No acknowledgement that men are more likely to be victims of violence, treating half the population as inherent security risks. Notice how women discuss men's bodies and physical appearance. Casual objectification that would cause outrage if directed at women. Look at his beer gut. So gross. He's too short to be attractive, treating male physical attributes as fair game for public mockery, while demanding respect for female body positivity. Observe workplace dynamics during office emergencies. Women automatically assume men will handle dangerous or difficult tasks. Get one of the guys to check that electrical problem. Men should deal with the aggressive client, using male bodies as shields against risk and discomfort, without considering their safety or well-being. Watch how mothers treat sons differently than daughters. Boys expected to be tough and self-reliant from early age. Boys don't cry, and man up messages constantly reinforced. Emotional needs dismissed as weakness that must be overcome. Daughters receive nurturing and emotional support throughout development. Creating men who've learned their feelings don't matter. Notice how women react to male unemployment during economic downturns. Loss of provider role makes men seem worthless to society. What good is a man who can't provide for his family? Treating human worth as tied directly to economic productivity. Women losing jobs viewed as systemic problem, requiring solutions. Men losing jobs viewed as personal failures, requiring shame. Attend relationship therapy session with friend and her boyfriend. Watch female therapist automatically side with woman's complaints. Man's perspective dismissed or pathologized consistently. You need to be more emotionally available and financially responsible. No discussion of what woman contributes to relationship. Treating man like defective appliance that needs repair. Observe how women discuss men's usefulness in group settings. Mine is good at fixing cars but terrible at romance. Wish I could combine my ex's money with current guy's looks. Talking about human beings like interchangeable parts with different functions. No recognition of men as complete people with their own needs. Watch how society responds to male-only spaces and activities. Men's groups criticized as exclusionary or potentially dangerous. What are they hiding from women? Assumption that male bonding serves no legitimate purpose, while female-only spaces celebrated as necessary and empowering. Men not allowed private time to process their experiences. Notice how women use men's protective instincts against them. Manipulate male desire to help into free labor and services. Real man would help me move apartments. If you cared about me, you'd co-sign this loan. Exploiting male programming to provide and protect without reciprocation. Emotional manipulation disguised as romantic expectation. Observe how women treat male service providers like delivery drivers. Barely acknowledge their existence beyond functional purpose. No eye contact, minimal thanks. Treat them like human vending machines. Same women are warm and chatty with female service workers. Clear dehumanization of men, performing utility functions. Watch how women discuss men's career choices and ambitions. Only value careers that generate high income or status. Why would you want to be teacher when you could make more in sales? Treating male career satisfaction as irrelevant to provider function. Men's personal fulfillment matters less than their earning potential. Attend feminist meeting where objectification is discussed extensively. Entire focus on sexual objectification of women's bodies. No recognition of economic and utilitarian objectification of men. Men don't understand what it's like to be treated as objects, while simultaneously expecting men to function as walking utilities. Notice how women react to men seeking help or assistance, viewed as weakness or failure rather than normal human need. Real men solve their own problems, creating impossible standard where men must be self-sufficient always, while women are encouraged to seek support and community. Observe how society treats male victims of violence or abuse, skepticism and blame that female victims never face. What did he do to provoke it? Why didn't he just fight back? Treating male victimization as personal failure rather than crime. Assumption that men should be able to protect themselves always. Watch how women discuss men's hobbies and interests, dismissed as childish wastes of time unless generating income. When is he going to grow up and stop playing video games? No curiosity about what men find fulfilling or meaningful. Only value activities that serve female interests or approval. Notice how dating culture reinforces male objectification. Men expected to perform elaborate courtship rituals and pay expenses, while women evaluate them like products being auditioned. He needs to prove himself worthy of my time. Treating romantic connection as transaction where men pay for access. Observe how women discuss men's emotional expression. Anger viewed as dangerous toxicity requiring suppression. Sadness viewed as unattractive weakness requiring hiding. Men allowed narrow range of acceptable emotions, while women express full spectrum without judgment, essentially treating men like emotional robots programmed for female comfort. Start questioning whether women see men as fully human. Evidence suggests viewing them as sophisticated utility objects. Providers, protectors, problem solvers, physical laborers, but not complete people with inner lives deserving respect. Objectification so complete that most women don't recognize it. Realize I've participated in this dehumanization unconsciously. Expected male friends to provide support without reciprocation. Viewed boyfriends primarily through lens of what they offered me. Never considered their perspectives or emotional needs equally. Treated them like customizable service providers rather than partners. Begin changing how I interact with men in personal and professional life. Offer same empathy and consideration I give to women automatically. Notice immediate improvement in relationships and communication. Men respond positively when treated as full human beings, rather than walking wallets and utility services. Start advocating for recognition of male objectification in social spaces. Challenge women who treat men as disposable resources. Lose friends who think I'm betraying feminist principles. Apparently recognizing male humanity makes me traitor to sisterhood. Now, work helping both men and women recognize objectification patterns. Coordinate with others fighting dehumanization regardless of gender. Learned that objectification takes many forms beyond sexual, men systematically reduced to their utility functions, while their humanity ignored or actively suppressed. True equality requires seeing everyone as complete human beings.